Sierra Leone, and of course to beautiful listeners across the world. Good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show here on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And of course, we are broadcasting live from our 54 Ilcott Road studios, Freetown, Sierra Leone, and also on frequency modulation 99.3 FM. And of course, the Epic Morning Show, not a 2 hours 30 minutes program, we divided into two engaging segments, in which the first segment, of course, will bring in guests to discuss on critical issues that demand critical answers. And of course, in the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, we review the front pages of our newspapers and also invite analysts to break down and analyze the major stories that makes the headlines. So today is Thursday, the 8th day of May 2025, and of course, I'm your host as usual, Evangelius Lee, and stay tuned for another insightful and informative show. And of course, on the program this morning, we take a look at a very interesting topic this morning, and of course, it gets to do with the bus system across the country. So we are asking this morning, where are the buses that successive governments brought in for public transportation? So that's what we're going to look at in this show this morning. So thank you very much for choosing us this morning, and of course, for me to be part of your morning schedule, I will assure you that you're not going to get to spend the next 2 hours 30 minutes with me, as we don't say we got a lot of things for discuss in the program this morning. So stay tuned, not going on side. We'll go for a short break, and we'll come back. We'll take a morning's message for today. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick Television, Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM. You are in a distant part of it, so you can listen to it through Choice FM, and via Facebook Live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And of course, our morning's message for today is quite serious, and it's important for me to listen and learn. And we'll get a message we will keep it going probably for the rest of the day, or probably a day or two. Our morning's message for today: your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Your future is created by what you do today and not tomorrow. Your future starts from what you do today. You get to build them from your actions, what you're doing today, and not like for push or probably procrastinate, like tomorrow I get to do this or I have to do this. So it starts today, like you're building your future now. Like when you wake up in the morning, the things you do, the things you don't lined up or plan for, do say, okay, this and what I get to do for the rest of the day or for this then to come. What about how things start with you today? So your future, starts with what you do today, not to which you get to do tomorrow. So this is our morning message for today, and of course we'll go for a short break again, and when we come back, we'll take a background to the topic of discussion, and also I'm going to introduce my guest them into the show. Stay tuned, not going on side.
Baby, where don't woke me at, where don't make me feel let's say I'm not man enough, I no get nothing for offer. So all me party will look down on me, where don't make me feel let's say my life no go become something, yeah. And they walked away, all the people will promise for help me. They say come office today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. The story not just the same, but I refuse to give up. I kept on hoping, I kept believing. Now everything don't change. Me brother see me life now, it don't better now. Famous and the name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a fly to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like I they buy now. sundown, and then they run down. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. Now the time don't come so we're going to develop.
Statistics Sierra Leone is pleased to announce various temporary positions as part of the preparations for the upcoming 2026 Decennial Population and Housing Census (PHC). This nationwide exercise is a cornerstone of national development, providing accurate, credible, and up-to-date data to guide policies, programs, and service delivery across Sierra Leone. It is more than just counting people. It is about understanding our communities and planning for a better future. We call on qualified, committed, and dynamic Sierra Leoneans to join this historic national exercise. Women are particularly encouraged to apply. All applications must be submitted through the official recruitment portal of Statistics Sierra Leone. To apply, go to the Statistics Sierra Leone website on www.statistics.sl. Go to the vacancy menu on the main page, click the link you see there that says click here to apply, then start your application process. Remember that official email communication for the census recruitment will only come from the following addresses: census.info@statistics.sl for all general inquiries, or census@hris.statistics.sl for notifications about interview, appointment, or successful applications. Please remain alert and do not respond to any unauthorized individuals or messages requesting payment, as Statistics Sierra Leone does not ask anyone to pay money to be recruited. Applications will be closed on May 15, 2025.
Do you want to be your own boss? Or do you want to add more services to your business? Then look no further, because BNB is here for you.
What do you mean?
With BNB, you can now make money with just your smartphone. With the new revolutionary app, BNB POS, you can do remittance, bill payments, EDSA airtime top-up, and many more. All this from your smartphone, anywhere you want.
This sounds great.
That is not just all. The app also features real-time agent rebalancing and reconciliation.
Oh wow! But how can I get a BNB POS and start making my own money?
It's so simple. You can download the application on App Store or Google Play Store. Just search for BNB POS and download. Then call our customer service on 072 500 000, and within a short period of time, our agent will help you for the onboarding process.
Wow! No time to waste. Let me do this right away.
Oh yes. Start making money today from anywhere in Sierra Leone. For more inquiries, contact our customer service on 072 500 000.
With BNB POS, you shop na your pockets.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now na number 2123 Siaka Stevens Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone now flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, Air SL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport, with ticket price them we go fit you pockets. Book today now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone, our flag, our future.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
Alright, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick Television Channel 37, Radio Garden, and of course Choice FM that you within at the eastern part of Freetown. You can listen to it through Choice FM and also our Facebook live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And successive governments probably will start off with after the war 2002 and down to 2025, and we don't get three governments, to be precise. The SLPP led by the late Dr. Ahmed Tijan Kaba, and also Dr. Anes Baikoma, and now President Julius Maada Bio. And all the governments there done in the governance system, or probably in time of governance, don't bring in Boston for the people of this country. And from 2002, sorry, to be specific, to that of 2007, apparently we don't get close to 50 to 55 buses from the SLPP, then President Ahmed Tijan Kaba, the late man, and also to Dr. Ernest Baikoma. Remember, they only get the buses to become. We got additional of 40, and that will lead up to, or sum up to 140 bus system from Dr. Ernest Koma, Dr. Ernest Koma, and the APC. And our President Julius Maada Bio, well, the Waka Fine bus, we get to those 50 buses. So if we put all together, and that's go, if me mathematics can serve me right, close to probably 250 buses. I mean, for the past 20 to 23 years, I mean, successive governments don't get bus them. And what we are asking this morning is like, who side them bus the day? I mean, because some people tell you that we need to see them again. Like, it seems as if like where governments they go, new governments come, the boss they will be there before, we need to see them again. I mean, like another government have come, you will be there before, you boss, I mean, nowhere to be seen. And some of them boss there, some cost money, some probably now some other countries can give, especially like in 2002, Libya, remember Gaddafi, I mean, we get for Greece about 17 to 19 bus system. So some can be gifts, some can be real money. Governments can say, okay, well, some can be loan as well. But at the end of the day, you know, say, we, the people of this country, now we get for pay the one they win our loans, and probably we tax money that we governments can collect from we. So this has become, though actually don't become so worrisome in a situation, and people are asking, like, who side them Boston the day? Because if we find out, if we get 200 and let's say 200 buses, I mean, within Freetown or probably within the country, in as much as some people will think, say, well, enough still enough, but you get a whole lot of things to do. But how waiting on to happen, whether some are not properly taken care of, probably now we safe or drivers or citizens, then they mismanage or misuse them buses, then they we maintenance don't be a challenge, how for maintaining bus then they and for make them go serve long as a country for help for ease the transportation problem in the country. I mean, if you go to the eastern part of Freetown, you could not say a lot of people then find it very challenging for transportation business in the country. So including western area safe, you know, in as much as worker find it, but a lot of people still they get challenged for transport business. So that's what we're going to talk about in the show this morning, and we expect to get Thomas Barnett, we the transport expert, and also we also they get Daniel C. Kaitibe, we're the transport manager, Sierra Road Safety Authority. So and then two people will get in the studio for careful discussion with topic of discussion. So not going to say you can be part of the program as per usual. We will announce the number to you later, and you can invite a friend for me to get a conversation going. So not going to say I will introduce me guest them after we go for this break, and when we come back we'll go talk to a guest and sorry. Stay tuned.
For this one where we there, people go come inside you life. Some go come for stay, and some go come and go. The easy why someone go stay. Oh.
All right, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick TV, Channel 37, and of course, Radio Garden, Choice FM. You within at the eastern part of Freetown, you can listen to it through Choice FM and our Facebook Live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Let me join in the studio by Daniel C. Kaitibe, or I hope I get it right. Okay, thank you. And of course, the Transport Manager SLRSA. Good morning and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning, Infambulem.
Nice having you this morning.
Not too bad.
All right, so how do you work on the go so far?
Not too bad. Coping.
You enjoy the job so far?
Well, yeah, absolutely, because it's dynamic.
I am tempted to say no get challenges. So is everything smooth?
Not that. Nothing smooth in life anyway. Challenges, yeah.
Plenty.
Obviously.
All right, so tell me within probably your own department, now the SLRSA, waiting on our work, make for understand you know the transport manager for Sierra Road Safety, Sierra Road Safety Authority. I mean, whether you all, waiting actually they do another part today at the SLRSA.
Okay, with departments, departments when the technical department of Sierra Road Safety Authority.
Okay.
So we deal with inspections of vehicle before registrations, and we deal with testing of vehicles, drivers, and oftentimes when there are technical issues relating either to the procurement of vehicles, we are being invited as technical experts in order to give our expert opinion regarding the type of model of vehicles and within it by or within adverts if not in exactly the supply to the public. Background functions that we can even offer refresher training to all drivers, because we notice some people from the time we get in driver license we go just truly can just renew, and since model vehicles then it come, if it let the drivers be abreast with the vehicles and even the road signages, they need to get themselves abreast, so that will help for make the road a bit safe. Yeah, so we offer then refresher training to the public. Yeah, so those are like again accidental call. We go, we do the inspections, and ascertain as to the cause of that accident, even outline the damage items or the accidental damage that occurred to that particular vehicle. Because some people may tend to go to court, so they need we report for ascertain one the causes of accident and what are the accidental damage sustained by that vehicle.
Okay, and the first one you mentioned, get to do it when inspect vehicle before license, and that has been super challenging because is it after the license, don't get them vehicle any license or license, and to be specific, is it gonna end up monitor the condition of the vehicles and they again, or probably not just the look at them before license and after license nothing not be done again?
No, and every year with the license expire.
Okay, now they inspect. Now you look at the vehicle and back.
There you go. We need for inspect the vehicle. But over the year, just after the war, we be embarked on this physical examinations of vehicle. But because of the import of modern vehicles, the authorities have a challenge for physically assess the vehicle and write reports whether the damage, whether the wheels or the brakes or the lamps, then they in a proper working order. So we tend for attune ourselves with the international best practice. So this gave back to a company we call Autospecs. We get the equipment in, we can install on Kisi Road, that the headquarters of SRSA, and another one the mine 6, and we have a model we could take care of all categories of vehicle. Like for the one within Kisi Road and the headquarters can only take care of light vehicles like cars, jeeps, motorcycle. But when you go to my 6 now, they take care of all categories of vehicle, including trailers. Yeah.
Inspecting them vehicles there before license, I go on fast before we come to the topic of discussion. Waiting and waiting, una dey look out for, because I mean, I want for tempted for ask again how frequent una dey the streets of Freetown. They look at the motorcar will pass the streets, whether if then condition them good or not. Which of course, me and you can agree with me. A lot of vehicles, especially public transport, Poda and you name it, I mean, the condition is actually life-threatening. That you can agree with me.
That's obvious.
But yet still SLRA city monitor.
Yeah, you know, the issues and so plenty. SLRA get for taking time for handle the thing one by one for more to reach a level where the public really appreciates.
Okay.
First of all, until you get a policy where they limit the age of used vehicles coming to this country. Before then, we been get garages and we they sell brand new vehicles in this country. We get the Benz garage, Daxon garage, Peugeot garage, and those other things. But when they walk out, it been for destroy all those things. So immediately after the war, we start seeing this used vehicle coming to the country. They call Belgian vehicles. So, and when they think can now, there is no policy where they guide the importations of these vehicles. So the customers or the business people take advantage over that and bring in any kind of vehicle, irrespective of the age. In fact, some of them can call themselves like a living corpse. Understand? If somebody can buy a vehicle, at least if it may possibly drive the vehicle for 2-3 years before it experience any major.
So in as much as when they call it living corpse, when I still get the license for making it and they apply the streets of Freetown.
No, we try to say
okay.
Like when they can car with another key.
Okay.
Even from the key to the center, we cannot break down more than 210. So we can even move. We prohibiting. Yes, yeah. If you watch, we have a lot of data regarding the prohibition of those vehicles. Right.
So what they want to be still in the streets of Freetown, or someone get idea about? Or
no, we get idea about it. In fact, all the reasons the government tried by all possible means for bring this auto specs, we get the equipment and for test them, right? And they, you know, when you come with a new system, you know, I let people then front at you get for start stage by stage, 1, 2, 3. So they not agree now. See, pretty soon you go begin see all the one that they can. Just they come to the country, first registration, they refer as first registration. Compulsory for go through that MOT center before they give you license. So where the public don't gradually get used to that, they will move to another level where we say when you come for carry renew your license, compulsory for test you your vehicles before ever then they give a license. But as they come, because the initial when they can then test, when they test out of 20 vehicles, now only something like 70 vehicles that do pass the exam. So meaning the conditions of our vehicles in the country is very poor. And when you do that massively, you know, you make the public go turn against the. So you have to be very careful and technical in handling those things. So now, so we don't plan we own. First, the first registration, first the incoming vehicles, the first registered vehicles. We go to the MOT. Then after we don't succeed in that, we can now to renewals. Yeah,
but not the MOT, sorry.
The MOT, then the Ministry, of course, Ministry of Transport.
Okay, the Ministry of Transport.
Yeah, Ministry of Transport, but they are responsible for testing of vehicles to ascertain the efficiencies of either brake or even other systems.
So does this government buses where they come? I know it gets direct link for the Sierra or Transport Authority or corporation to put it. It gets any link again for the SLRSA, the buses that the governments are being come?
Well, and government buses then we didn't come. We been get an institution and the Sierra Road Transport Corporation.
Okay.
Yes. Now then take over the railway, just as the railway move away or extinct, then can take over for do the function of waiting the railway be do. That's the transportation of goods and passengers from one point to another. Yeah, so them only in this business for I think until recently we didn't say and devolve that. Yeah, but the reason with that again, transport business good business, you understand? It's a very profitable business. But the problem with Sierra Leone is one, we lack maintenance culture. It is all over, be it government, private, entities, they see them always. Because if we they really cultivate maintenance culture, you're not going to see most car then they break down along the road.
And you feel like another reason why most of the buses that with governments not coming, another reason why you feel like when they say they're no longer.
That now one of the reason.
Okay.
The second reason, we the people are the government ready for buy vehicles, they know they stick to one model.
Okay.
You understand? This comes until within 10 years we cannot buy 2-3 different models.
Okay.
And when you do that, you put serious pressure on the mechanics then within that place. Because when this model, let's say young ton, you understand? It not be done in a saloon, they not be done the user. So the mechanics need at least either 4 or 5 years for letting become experts.
So you talk about that the bus the way I think APC Bikawit is on tongue. That's what you're talking about.
No, just an example. I don't want to be specific here.
No, because now the Bikawits are bringing bus. So let me get clarity on that.
Yeah. Okay. So if they bring in different model,
basically you don't forget the mechanics then
in fact for train them and really become experts how to handle them perfectly. It takes time. So that time not reach, then you bring in another different model. So meaning the mechanics they never start back.
So let's talk as a union and send me to you. And is it like government can seek probably experts then for say okay, one for going by bus system? I mean, which kind of model for buy, or is the government just say okay, let's do this because of probably somebody the outside salon or other country one for give you bus and say okay, we can accept any kind of model?
Well, I no go look at that way. One of the reasons, okay, yes, they need expert opinion in doing that. That's you are right. Second,
and you can get expert opinion on that. You want to have confirmed that with you.
Let me now that's they come to.
All right, continue.
Most of them bosses and when they buy something, some of them don't know. Yes, some them are loan. And then people really give this something like I say, let's say Chinese don't agree for give a loan. The one way they agree for give the loan, now they tell you who say for buy.
Okay.
China not go give you loan. They expect you for go to Germany for go buy them buses, and if not buses they want, obviously one lot buy your own buses. If now like the time we Park Ababindi, Libya, yes, I mean yes. So then car with a vehicle, then your vehicles, I think Quran something like that. And they make car with na this country. You understand? I think if we get a proper management system, transport management system. And then but again, you not go decide if you not get a big, you not get no option. You understand? So this is responsible for the different model of vehicle coming into the country. You understand? When World Bank come and then come with them for this iron with and then come with their specification, right? Then choose to say India for go procure this thing. You understand? So we want to get the deal with India and they deal with China. Then we deal with this Libya buses. Okay. So and the frequency at which they will call, you know, go give time for the one way they do maintenance for let them get themselves abreast with the technology. Then you change them. You see, as this one come back, then you try for land for get themselves abreast. Then you change the other model, just because not to you not get absolute control over. If now you go pull your money, they go buy, you go decide. Like for instance, in the 80s. You understand? Salon be stick to Germany. We now them in the buy them buses and then Benz with them in the camp. So we now be long term plan. Waiting the German people come, they can a salon and can build first of all the garage, then stock the stores then with spare parts, and they can open training school and train the mechanics then. Right? So when you train the people and according to the new model when they come with, then train the final say them bosses and they don't be the breakdown fast as they why they break down now. Because the mechanics when they need it, they may not almost become experts.
Plenty salon people could wonder, probably they think say, I mean some of them bosses then they would get so they never even take long, and plenty people would think say some of them are second hand. Very difficult for the salon believe say those actually in a brand new boss them. I mean from the SLRA say I also not get a direct connection, but one way or the other, one must don't they observe waiting they go in them boss then they whether they are brand new or they are second hand or they are second use or whatever.
To be candid, when second hand vehicle it's not before you. Unless you're not too expert to go able know.
Okay.
Or say this is not second hand vehicle. Irrespective of the mileage because that they can tamper with, right?
Yeah.
Brand new vehicle, nobody no need for tell you. You go even know that, right? But again, even if you go buy 10 brand new vehicles, as long as you are not maintaining, you are not servicing those vehicles, they reduce their lifespan, right? Now here we see they can load fuel inside the buses, then the drivers then go put on a corner, then they drain them fuel. So if you allow that vehicle for run on half tank or even below that, till that fuel they done, it they gather dirty, then segment and they send it inside the injector pump or even through the elements in, because they get elements that were very, very small. So we then go block that thing, you will see the engine either begin to pull smoke or begin to tremble, because you know they get the required amount of fuel we supposed for the each of those combustion chamber. You understand? So that they reduce the power output of that vehicle. So if that continue 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, absolute and in vehicle then parts and then in chain. So if this parts some spoil, let's assume say the brake liners they're not done, then you continue for user, you know, replace it. Wait till they try for that now the discs. You understand? Because now when you apply the brake, they pull some sound, meaning meter to meter. No more asbestos not between the discs and the brake pad. So you will end up for damage the discs. By the time you know, if this brake pad being cost you something like 50 or 200,000 for replace, you could talk about 4 or 5 million for replace not only the discs but the pad together.
So this way you say it makes a lot of sense. We don't get mechanics, then we go actually deal with the models or the kind of bus the way government out on they bring in. How Unado put out this message, especially from the road safety angle, because one, if anything go bad on the road, it get for the road safety.
Absolutely.
And we therefore can talk about how them bus they overload themselves, we get for the on supervision as well. But how Unado they pass on this message, in as much as Unado they manage them bus there, but on the road things go wrong, it has to do with road safety stuff. So this now are findings. Now this one observe say government in, government out, not stick to one model of kind of buses when they carry it, and that's not the issue. How not they pass this message or try for involve government in which you talk about, sir?
Well, until government gets a kind of long-time national plan about
so for now nothing
public transport system, where you go say even if you're not a donor, you want give me money for buy, or if now loan safe, now this a specific model I would stick to, right? And because sticking to this particular model, one, it will allow the availability of spares within the country. It will also allow the drivers for get themselves accustomed with those vehicles. It will allow the mechanics then for let them become perfect, or let them perfect the services of those vehicles. So those are the things that when we get that long term, say government can, government no go, we for buy just vehicle, just a model of vehicle now for buy it. Then secondly, when we don't buy this, we don't, the supplier go kind of okay, you say okay, before you the supply give you this, these are our conditions. Can build with garage to move the status, train with mechanics then, train with drivers then. Right, when we get them in the rounds, you will see the motor then will get them long life. But you go take taxi driver, you can't put some on those buses. You know, you have proper training. You understand? I could remember then that time they will be the good school. Government bus drivers. If I will see them from in dress, you go no say yes, you will get high respect for. Then two, speed was not then, you know, not to be then choice. You understand? They were not addicted to speeding. But now, if take a lawless taxi driver, you can't put her to that bus. If they drive that bus as if not taxi, they drive. You understand? And when you drive, a lot of activities occur along ahead of you. So you need for you need for get something like you need to perceive as they go along. In case picking cross before me, in case this vehicle just break before me instantly, what can I do? So if those things are playing in your head, that will force you to make you limit your speed, so that you don't go to cause any accident along the road.
Always you don't talk so. I'll agree with you. But at the same time, how already push the information there to government, because these are sensitive issues where make probably people would think that when they get boss they will come after 2-3 years will not see them again. I mean, probably government change will not see those bosses again. How well already collaborate with the Ministry of Transport? Then they, they under the watch for make them understand say this safe gets amount of road safety.
Yeah, as we dey grow, years come, a lot of dynamics can take place.
Okay.
First, I could remember corporation not they ever employ driver if you not send them go na SLRSA, then go test them and see say they are proficient in driving. But now,
they happen, sir.
They happen. Right? Then
so how then cable gets the drivers is it beside SLRSA?
Well, I think the management or whatsoever we get for work in glove, irrespective of the fact that now you get this institution, but there are certain actions you want to take where you will need the advice of other experts from other institutions.
So that's make they ask, because it
yeah,
seems as if that collaboration not look day.
Well,
because when I get
but not that
not too strong,
not visible very good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. So those are the things we if you they link between a confer and we and they take we advices into action. Most of them in the way they come up today, not supposed to come up. You understand? Where you can advise somebody that you agree say they do but at the end of the day see something different. They happen, and you not get absolute control over decision. Yeah, so some of those things they.
So in as much as they push through, then like listen to una.
Yeah, yes, some can listen, others cannot. But virtually most of the reasons that we responsible for them vehicles that when they phase out frequently. Now, one, people are not properly trained to handle those things. You understand? People are not properly trained again to manage these things.
Okay.
Because the management, now they make them bosses, then they go last long. Right? Drivers, mechanics, even the transport officers.
Okay.
You understand? First thing, for let you even hit government vehicle, it not be easy, right? Because they been up there, everybody, all citizens, they mean take say this now we vehicle, now we bust them. You understand? But now you see this vehicle now so person gets now individuals because now under that person in regime he buy that vehicle, so they're not already worker. So with this one can but this person law can buy, and for some of them again buying them vehicles and they know what's any gain out of it. So they prefer procurement than maintenance.
Okay.
Right? Because maintenance much more involved. But if you maintain the vehicle, that same vehicle, it will take longer years to serve the nation than you go buy vehicle just for procurement sake. You not put structures in place where for really maintain those vehicles.
So from which you they say buy is another means for people and self make money out.
That's my own opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my opinion. You see. If I say, okay, I go procure 100 vehicle, 200 vehicle, 500 vehicle, 600, I know which are the gain out of that. Therefore, can maintain 50 vehicle. This are let's say maintain this, try for discourage the leadership or the supervisors, not for be even think for service, rather let them buy the new one. You understand? They can buy the new one again because they not put them structures in a place. That's why they can fall victims. So now you can see them buy vehicles and they take up to 5 years. You begin see them begin broke down. Right? Buses are supposed for the over 10 good years. Yes, those type of buses.
Okay. You mean from the one we don't get from President Kaba and his bike home?
Very good. Now, if they are properly maintained.
They are properly maintained. They're for up to 10 years.
Yes. Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Then other reason again which make them can break down. Some of them, because we appreciate the efforts, we then try to bring more than transport system in the country. That go attract the passengers for letting them come in like the current.
Most of which they talk so falls under we say na una boss. Them they do the engine in there. I mean the BOSS. I mean the Ministry of Transport.
No.
I mean most of what I'm saying now they never do it couch boss and talk about transportation. I mean, but yet still from which are the sense they tend for struggle forget that kind of better conversation with them in terms of all waiting you dey talk to, because una dey under the supervision, the Ministry of Transport.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So, and una dey seems like una dey identify plenty of things there we might not dey to the attention of the Ministry of Transport. That's why I ask initially how una dey feel like, in as much as una get SLRTC, Sierra Road Transport Corporation, I mean, una self the deal with road safetyness and everything, whether for do it with lives them, where they use the road, whether transport, whether you they use the footpath or whatever, what it gets to do with road safety. I mean, how the message they are, because they are very important message we don't say this morning. A lot of salon people agree with me, and because we have been asking, I mean, why government in, government out, I mean, they will maintain them bus there, and you don't bring in very serious point there. One, we not get the mechanics and for handle those models of bus there when they come. Two, we not get drivers where you feel like can able to handle them bus then there as well. Well trained drivers them as well. So these are very serious issues. So how this message they reach to our boss, we una within the ground, I mean the street, don't find out, say these are the issues.
As I've been saying earlier, most of them buses within either na loan or na donation. So this, if now World Bank they come, you know, say World Bank the money they don't get condition.
So whether na loan or the condition but at least when I don't talk to our boss then say this now so, finding so far.
Like for instance, of course they know. They get very little. You understand? Eh? Because if now they get the money for go buy now, waiting the one by 9 and go buy. Okay,
so basically then they taking waiting very good. Other people in get them.
Like let's say if the Chinese government say, I go donate to Sierra Leone government 50 or 20 buses. You understand? You not go expect China for go now, America for go buy
that buses. You don't say that as well.
You understand? So the ministry you not get no option in that area. Now you don't care with money. You say they give it good. You understand? Yeah. All what we want to say is the bosses, right? We and that not then with but when you look at them logically, the bosses then yes they new is fine, but if we not put the structures there in place, absolutely they won't last long. You understand? Eh? So those are the things. So
that's the question I ask. This structure supposed to be in place for over 10 to 15 years, but yet still we know they see the structure there. I mean, Pakaba come with over 50 something to 60 to something boss. President Dr. Aniscoma over 100 and something boss then come, but after which you don't see there. Now we are in the SLPP government. They don't bring up to 50 to 55 bosses, and we are still going. I mean. Now the same pace will go, and that's why I ask how now they make the information there, make to our boss them way now the Ministry of Transport say, okay, look, we have been having this problem. We know say some name boss there na loan with on they go take some of them boss there na give other country give, but let's have a structure. Either we begin ask some model, or probably after they give them boss there, we ask for people and we go properly able for manage them boss there mechanically, how they able maintain them boss there, so that them bus they will last long. That's my question I'm asking.
Yeah, we did in discussion with them, not that they can countenance or they can reject or we professional advice that we can give them. But the problem here is, like for instance, you need for build a model structure, you need for bring equipment in, you need for train people in. Right, then all that involve money. If you go to the supplier, just you don't go, you say 150 vehicles, right? That man will say that for that 50 vehicles, it will come like from China, can do all the installation. At the end of the day, when you're ready for go buy, you go buy to another place. You go now India or Europe for go or Germany for go buy another vehicle, right? If Naomi Castle forget a long-term plan. If you don't say that so country I get for align myself with, they are get for get a plan, let's say for 50 years or even 60 years plan for that thing. You don't give the courage to the supplier for say whatever money we they can invest in building those structures for let the vehicle then get long life. It will do them there with time. It will recover in money. You understand? Eh? But or you increase your fleet to then 500, like with the happen with Ghana and this and that, right? That's because of the money involved for buy the 500. Me no see that supplier, you understand, or the manufacturer, they're not even crash their head for say, look, can be because if this thing well quick, it tell on the image of the factory, right? Because like I could remember, I asked one of the manufacturer that was in China. And I say China, I say when we come to our country, we see our vehicles and they move perfect order, the same vehicles that we get now. But why is it that as you don't cross that sea, kind of Africa, right? They last. In fact, we consider China and things as things that we don't know they last. You understand? So the man look at me, he laugh, and I say there are reasons for that, right? He say think of the distance. They will not can say okay, we will buy 50 buses, right? With these 50 buses, you know what it costs for go do the installations and they train them people and they take people in hire, get them go and for good for some months for go do them training. They get per diem this and that all over. You understand? Eh? Till them go back, the cost would be something almost half or 1/3 of the cost for buy the bus. You understand? He says so. If una cancel, una want like a 50, 100 or 200, 300, 400, 500, that will give the courage, right? For one. The other thing we say then spears then is very scarce in the market. You understand? Because them buses they're not too plenty. So we this dump well, we can do then go pack on some side. Then they begin to cannibalize, pull parts from this one and fix them to this other one. We don't pull winner of the same parts.
And most of you almost in a guesswork the people
very
do.
Good, you understand? So meaning if you don't buy 20 vehicle, you don't already scrap one for maintain the 19.
Okay.
Yes. So as you don't pull anything, we don't want the parts we don't pull, you don't fix and I don't know. Then the other boss, let's say boss 7 don't get problem, you can get another. You get for pack and back. For like the service those other things. You understand? So the spears they know they're in the market. And they know good in the market because the buses are not plenty. Somebody who can put or can build spear or something like hub if you find out see that in particular the manufacturer, that in particular vehicle or model, it do almost like a here, Guinea, Liberia, Ghana, they all use that same model. Right? You can make some big investments. So when these parts done, you just go another place. But if you find out when the parts they either go do conversion. You understand? And the conversion sometimes mostly is not properly done. So when it's not properly done, when you go affix to this vehicle, instead of a service or do service to the vehicle, it end up for how can I say? It end up for damage other parts because they are all in chain, right? Like for instance, when you speed the vehicle now, the vehicle you will see either the propeller will begin to vibrate, and that continuous vibration it will make the bearings and begin to give up. So you begin to get problem with that bus, right? So those are until we put the structures that they are in place, get spare parts.
Okay.
Yes. Hub. Then you train your mechanism to perfection. You go, but that stuff you don't. They say you can't train a doctor in a hurry.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, then man they get for train then till they get themselves abreast with that model before ever. So all the things they will put in place, there's no way we can move from this current quagmire.
All right, we report our go on the streets of Freetown, and of course we get a few information within people there gets for say, but we bust them out the country and make we listen to it and gets for say, and we'll come back and continue with the discussion. Stay tuned.
Well, the boss everything is genetic, long time. Most of government vehicle particular, na maintenance, lack of maintenance, make genetic. Because if would there we would there would the one if the maintenance, they service for long, change oil to time, do undercarrier, the put any small noise, settle more the engines are enough for play with we almost carry body the wolf, as the engine good, the worker. But most of them are lack of maintenance, and most of master level back by Moscow, so it's still for maintenance. We remember what you are, you know, accident for nothing. But who challenge the people Moscow is over because of you know accident nothing in our family man. So now the reason anything more for machine and maintenance. If you don't maintenance machine, not the thing with you. Now maintenance, but we also we claim this in for good way. Like any 3 days make it for the change brake pad because of they now brake pad and say no good now. Let me say now dust and make out na Taiwan they no good. But any 2-3 days it change brake pad that go serve the discs for long it go tilt you. But if you know this, I will the one say let the brake pad on touch iron to iron, and they don't do this.
Well, the number one thing, say some bosses then waiting they go by, they know they check for that part they if in our country. Because if I way they bring a vehicle out of the country, what you get for try for no force, now in part for go if you go available in our own country. Or una try first for count the part then any motor vehicle we una count, una try other impart then that it go make the vehicle live for long. But if we be say then they not happen, it hamburg the transport issue. Secondly, lack of service. Some motorcar then the people in the tech and say because na government vehicle, they know the service and to time. A particular then heavy duty diesel, we know service and to time, it hamburg the engine. So really in a million understanding than well, like we own vehicle them before force we buy vehicle, they try to check first for parts the. Because sometimes some people we like a family we thinking they obayanda, then they snap vehicle, then say, well, I want to buy this vehicle I send an obadi. For watching, we check in part they know they are telling us no send that vehicle there. Because we say anything in Hamburg, you not able to get them. Sometimes pass you cross Guinea before you able to get them. Particularly then Peugeot, Renault, then they part they know they are. So now the reason then.
Well, me, I don't drive for, let me say, almost 11 years so now. Well, all about the motorcar business, because I like my government to yourself, they need the maintenance and you need to take for long. All about machine business and maintenance get on. Because sometimes they take and say because na government property, so they no one take care of and no go on maintenance and if you go part down, you go on manager. You see, all about motorcar business, I like we part down per motorcar. Before changer, not for beginning the repair and back. Some parts and they will done, changer, forget about time. They last long. But if motorcar they work, they run day and night. Or I like na day say day ourselves no more, they run day and night self. I like na for the day no more they run. You need the service and you need the last long. One, the oil business, you know for joke with the oil. Gearbox oil, engine oil, you know for joke with that. Then with the axle oil. For the check landed and always anytime we do service, if you check landed and you change your oil. When a gearbox oil, you change your engine oil, you change your, then you check the axle oil back. Then the power steering oil back. It's enough for the short thing. For the normal position side day.
So if you say with that, then boss will take long?
Yeah, if no more, government they watch out and say because on a government property, if the service are no more, it will last long. Because once the driver need a banger, you know, get accident, no natty, it will last long because it's the service. But if you need the service, it will last long. So once they need to change oil 2 times, sometimes pass them 2 months before they change oil. Pass them 1 month, some week before they change oil. No for this. So by right to like when a commercial motorcar then so I like when a government to now find some any 3 weeks they change oil. Any 3 weeks, 1 week making 2, making 3 change. 2.
Because me what I see no more. They never buy new bus lane. Because if na new bus lane, them bus are they take. Them bus are they never go to at some normal see they go come to go shallow street, they return. You know what I'm saying? No, anyway, motorcar, then for the maintenance, if you don't maintenance motorcar, you need a day for long, then they will know who they want. You get go, you don't understand who they want to apply. Motorcar for the maintenance,
I thank you very much to the team. For putting this materials together, and we don't listen to it in and people of Itongo across the city get don't talk in this waiting the makeup of why them Boston last long. I guess KTV most of them thing we don't discuss maintenances and how for maintaining them boss there, and also some the last person talk about believe say them boss there and new boss because yes then get the and say free them for last and all those kind of stuff. But very important here what I'll touch on is about how we manage them boss there. And of recently we see the Waka Fine boss and about 50, I think 49 now gets close to 42 with the across the streets of Retail. But one thing we catch my attention is how them boss there one for put out in the choke them boss there. The other time I be there somewhere around Service Street, I saw, and what I saw, I tell a friend, say this boss and new boss, what the kind people within there, I mean, they struggle for even claim service street ill because of the amount of people within in Boston, and that self can help for begin for use or depreciating energy or in strength or whatever, because if continuously would overload them bus there, it tend for in a reaching situation why they're not able for last long. I mean, as I say, those advices.
Yeah. Of course, if we go back in those days, we will get inspectors attached to each government vehicles. Yeah, the bus can just left or move. The inspector break them, he go check whether the bus load to capacity or above. If they are above, they order the rest for candle. Make sure say the bus now waiting the bus, because each machine, each bus is get capacity. Yeah, we therefore it's about. And I think this is 70, 30 seats, then and 40 standing, something like that. Yeah, so they get the capacity. So not only for give them a bus to don't drivers a day, but they for put mechanisms in place way for monitor. Okay, now modern technology don't can now. You put right. You suppose you go put CCTV. You go then at your office. You monitor them buses steady. You don't even need for jump go on the street, right? We get GPS. We can install on those buses. Then we go any side we side them buses. Then if you don't go out of range, you go able to know. Right, and some in fact some technologies when you go beyond the limit, that motor they automatically hot.
Okay.
Yeah, we bring come start, but when you move beyond that border, it hot. We get all those technology. So the technology they no more for make use of it. Then I just want to make something clear. Over the years now, government been only manage this bus public service, but now it don't reach a point where government want to devolve this function to the private sector.
To private sector.
Yeah. So we been get people in this country that we call, transport owners. So many meetings we done between them and the ministry. This them buses is just a test case, right? We want pull on this and give to the private people there and see how best we can do. So now then give this government to a set the company with the manager. The ministry in a
this worker fine
but not get absolute power, right? Like you guide somebody, making sure say he reach the objective where you want, make it achieve. So you push them, you guide them to that level, right? But the boss actually not to government, but now a kind of pilot project. If it work well, then with time you will see government they pull on small.
So whether it's government owned or whether it's private owned, I mean whatever owner, SLI say get a goal for play, because owner get for use, therefore do it how the people of Salone would therefore look at their life when they use the goal, how safe they are or how safe they should be.
Absolutely.
I mean, so owner gets a goal for play. So regardless of whether it's government or not, but owner still get goal for play.
Yeah, we are playing that role, as you say. Like for instance, when they get overload, we get the cops in, but we don't get a ticket. In fact, let me even surprise.
Even this worker fine boss on the getting ticket?
Obvious.
Okay.
Because we didn't at the road. It's just like when I don't in the field, football field. You play according to standard. When you play foul, the referee for give you card, right? So now we turn. Yeah, the cops and then our street then watch the drivers if they for drive according to how the law allow them to drive to use public highway. So if you begin to misuse public, like say now your private property, the cops and they tell you no, this is not public highway. So you see them either clamping them. Sometimes you see other vehicles and they tow them.
Do you have evidence of it you talk about? So especially this worker fine boss. So they don't get any situation where una getting tickets or probably una clamp them.
They know.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, initially we begin get a ticket. We see the officer they come aggressively begin to argue points. But when we engage and see the points that way they come was baseless.
Okay.
So they're not getting no option for us for go pay. So we now go tell una drivers or train them properly. If we want back that service day, we will go offer that service owner. We train our drivers and how to use highway and the buses.
In as much as it's very hard not to identify the mismatch between the ministry and that of SLISA, I think we'll go for left on that way there. But we will go for a short break, and when we come back, because that's what we can call them on 07999949993, 07999949993. We'll try for people to call them. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we're going to introduce our calls into the program. Stay tuned.
OneXBet values your activity and wants to celebrate with you. Stay with us and enjoy OneX Free Bet, a weekly reward just for you. Sign up at onexbet.sl with promo code 3SL to get a 200% welcome bonus up to 2,800 leones. Bet on the correct score from Tuesday to Monday and get a guaranteed free bet. Millions already winning. Join your friends and experience the thrill of victory with OneX Free Bets.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now, number 2123 Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, Air SL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport. With ticket price them we go fit you pockets. Book today. Now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone, our flag, our future.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
Statistics Sierra Leone, Stats SL, gladly for announce different temporary position them as part of the prepare for the 2026 Decennial Population and Housing Census PHC where they come. This one whole country business, they help for push the country go before, provide correct, credible and up-to-date data for guide the law them where they go pool, program them and service delivery across Salone. This pass for country people they no more. But for understand we community them, plan for the Bambai. Start SL, they call qualify, committed and sober Sierra Leonean them for join this country exercise we go make history. Then they encourage women them more for apply. All application them for go through Start SL, the official recruitment portal. If you want apply, go on Start SL, the website www.statistics.sl. Go to the vacancy menu na the main page. Click the link where you see the we say click here to apply. Done, you begin your application business. Remember say the official communication for the census recruitment na their address here so no more it go come out. Census info at statistics.sl for general inquiry. Census at hris.statistics.sl for notify you but interview, appointment or application them will succeed. Do ya open your yes and no answer to any people them or message them where they ask you for pay something as Stats SL, or they ask anybody for pay 1 cent for let them take them. Application go close May 15, 2025. Now Stats SL bring this message to you.
Now the time don't come so we're covering development here for we.
Alright, and welcome back to the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, Slick Television, Channel 37, Radio Garden, Choice FM, and also our Facebook Live page at Epic Radio 99.3 FM. This one is saying with BNB Cash App, you can send and receive money anytime, anywhere. Download the BNB Cash App today on today on Google Play Store, for Android users, and also App Store for iPhone users. And for more inquiries, you call our customer service on 072 500 000 072 500 000. And of course, we'll start topic on calls now on 079 994 993 and 079 994 993. And call when you call, please stay within 1 minute and make your point. And we'll get to first call online already. We'll go online and pick this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. The Lion, go ahead. Stay with you 1 minute, yeah?
Allah help we.
Amen.
You know, some of them people there, when they Canada studio there, if I let them understand working a mechanic, where how much can they? Because you know, it is so sad. But the best drivers now won't understand the motoka, where no little bit of motoka. Because now the danger of the driving, some people in the camp they not sabi how motoka they if anything can happen. Because they can't drive so now. So then as you see that they like their own car inside. So that battery light come inside. What will happen? I'm not saying a danger. What will happen after stop? Then I see the oil light come on. What will happen? I'm not saying it's a dangerous thing. If I put on, it will damage the engine. I put it up. Even when they use no sabi, you know, I go see that gauge. The temperature gauge they come off. You know, go okay, passing middle. As you begin passing middle, I'm not saying a dangerous thing. I go brake. Even the brake pad, when brake pad one go, it is not issue. Because what you do with man make is a gear system. When you say you reach, then you have small iron. When you say you don't reach the iron, but when the mass break, it is anywhere they make noise. When you left your reach, so that means they show you say something wrong. But if you don't have it for Muska, they like the Muska they ever done. They left for the money. But look then it's called away from Muska the way this year. They don't get from Mark, they come here, I walk Mazda, I walk Daxon 120, Daxon 1, then Tumba, they come them. Now, the government is also for the farm salon from Independence Day. You can see the Muska they put black smoke. You don't think it got down because of the can fuel and the can diesel level all they get. What did happen? You know, say Guinea now so from colonial days, but them from that side and they will come for colonial days, but them machine the way they all are so manual. They begin make a pop for adjust mouse for adjust the pump. When you go to other country, them how do they run from the motor car? They get them when you connect them, they adjust them because of whether they don't go inside the module and then what is that? I think that's the team of black smoke.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The Lion, thank you very much. You exceed. So thank you very much. You don't exceed 1 minute. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I'm afraid we get for cut and short. We'll give other people a chance for making them call. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I'm afraid we get for cut and short. You don't exceed your time, and please when you call, stay within 1 minute because we want to give other people a chance for caller. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, and I'm from Central.
And I'm go ahead.
Yeah, now you control the program on it all. Now you get timing. We'll exceed quarter. Now you can't do it all. Thank you very much. Me brother, the problem we get mostly where the parts of the can of this country, the substandard. You go buy tire today, it well. You go buy pump today. So it's unfortunate if consumer regulation or the other one responsible for the check. They want to go to Canada, go shop and watch. Then believe me, they like how they bring come. The lawlessness, drivers are mostly the lawlessness. When some people like say they don't sabi drive that, they sabi. But the lawlessness they lead to that because anything you do any day, you need to improve on your skill. You ride any day for improve. You drive motor any day for improve. You ride keke for improve. But because of lawlessness, but I mean somehow keep back me. But then by the way that the light, I don't say wait. You know go. I don't see one guy. The guy passed the light. He go turn the bike back. He come back with the light. Now if we continue the one day, but if government put emphasis or they like they put CCTV camera, believe me, they'll get beaucoup money. But the lawless guy had the driver now. Right. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, and also we did talk about the government's boss them over the years, successive governments from that of President Kaba to Dr. Julius Marabio. I mean, waiting on the go wrong with them boss then. So that's what we are discussing in the program this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Padauda, good morning.
From Gaza.
Go ahead, Padauda.
Yes, brother. They make this comparison from Pakaba. Pakaba, then a power. Gaddafi sent 20 second-hand bosses in Canada, this country. Pakaba so arrange them bosses, then Wakawan. Now morning, early morning, then they carry all the school picking and the schools, and then them bosses then turn back for do town service. It make the provincial one then almost every district headquarters being get in your own bosses. The provincial headquarters sometimes 2 they go, 2 they come. Out of 20 buses, okay, they use and take Pakaba come out and then come. It continue for use them buses until later we say they buy 100 buses. You know, the same system continue. Town service, then provincial headquarters, district headquarters. You know, service been they go always say free turn to Sierra Leone. So that service been they go. Everybody in Sierra Leone been they enjoy them buses then. Now this time we say they come with 50 buses. Then buses now only from Aten, Lomle to Karabaton. Even Waterloo bus, no, they reach there. Then they turn around the city no more. And now you get the most difficulty. I mean, forget bus transport. If you not use keke pass, you use bike.
Padauda, the question we asked, then Boston you talk about, so the one from Gaddafi and that of President and his Baikoma. If then Boston they be still they added to the one they will get now, you know, feel say transport business for the easy in the country. That's what we are saying this morning.
Exactly. You know, but on that said all, only the one from Pakaba to Anes in Yonde, now they are the seed and they run this provincial transportation. The outside transportation is very much important, you know, but now this town service no more 50 buses. Then transportation so difficult inside the city by this time. It's very doubtful. And even then 50 buses, me the doubt way I get, we are saying a World Bank sponsored buses. World Bank buy them buses. It give a company or now government a give, now government they run them buses. And this now one side way I get them in doubt. Please not try clear that. It's very difficult. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Padauda. 079994993. And for me to understand, the Ministry of Transport give private company for one them work a fine bus there. So that's the information we'll get. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Ivan. This is Bumper.
Bumper, go ahead.
Well, you see, number one, we talk about maintenance culture. Now we lack na salon. It's a great problem, but you see this oil, the oil way is supposed for is not really the good, and the good other one. The oil vehicle quick. And look about SLRA, we then don't privatize and not to say for day. Enough for this, so, and everything they happen back to what then government vehicle then. You know, get one area outside in the good service, and like for so me get that SLRA with the PWD. But now private. When private person the good pull part, put otherwise you know you can't take and you can't serve them for government. No problem, no losses. And when we they talk about them boss there, you remember unless you intend a brand new boss them you go buy from China, we then do purchasing. And that thing then means it locks for we. Not for the stay in a World Bank. Now out of but this na World Bank you and which of course they don't deprive drivers them where they're supposed for drive na the street because of the new interest. And not for the life in a way so then it don't become boring for we. First time for you get license for drive vehicle. And it takes a time. It means a lot. But now overnight as you go and don't get license, which of course the road sign them and the implication, most of them they're not anything in this. We need to go back into the drawing board because the rate at which way and say maintenance culture for not eat dividend to win now. It's about losses. Things then they will for don't go beyond. Now it's just about to reverse. And then they're no good. Because we need to expect the transportation for one. Then boss the way honest me by so we are say on behalf of we. That's what now. Now scrapper they not sell them. Why? Go. Let's see when they reflect this. And not to say for me, then for the world. Why them pull the past because of after 2018, 2019, you can't all them in this crap. What's the apple? Who side the part, then go side the engine and go. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And 079994993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And when you call, please stay within 1 minute and make your point. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Commander Jibo, good morning.
Thank you very much. May God give you respect.
I mean,
because you ever would exist the time when no one caught if now other moderator boy get the right to now you are the driver. If you are the talk to why go be anytime cut me off. My brother, the problem we'll get at this country. But me they look and say, them boys here from the late Papa Kaba, come to the former president, come current president. But their property, I mean they check and say because I give them the give it. Honestly speaking, and from the time Pakaba in Boston, when they give it, say to former president, to this time here. Tell me true, go see say we they get challenges. But maintenance, we lack of maintenance, my brother. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. Every San Wako, come look at them, tank them. Where them now Pondoro. So, government property, now that time when somebody they go talk to that area, I can look at them. Now lack of maintenance. I will not monitor. What you be the talk and what you then at the ground is different, my brother. Don't be challenging.
Right.
Now somebody that them was and they will say they don't go. Then they are so. One tell me they see Sunday they pass by. Anyway, then I don't know. My brother, what is a poro money? See ya when some of them here.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. And 079994993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And when you call, please stay within 1 minute and make your point. So there's another caller and get online. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning.
This can go fire.
Come again?
Go fire.
All right, go ahead. Stay within 1 minute, yeah?
Yeah. We talk about transportation. A very good talk, really. But so many factors can be. If we're not able to solve them factors today, we're not easy this country. Maintenance, yes, that could be. Then we settle the problem. Somebody they then get a new motor car, government get a new motor car on the way to go offline because the power don't go there. Now my Shakada motor car in English sees in the name of maintenance. The driver tell us say, that will maintenance is let change this oil. Nani moduka. Again, first they go to and then and back. If you not change the culture, this problem of what they give something for use, you take and say, hey, this is a government property. Believe me, it will hurt. You know, go before. Thousands of dollars for just change oil or filter. That engine, that moduka, no moduka will not use 1 year. This is a living witness. I was so disappointed in that man, really. So then can't they are not only the driver. Yes, the driver just and get the your issue. But that one way it tells you, go put this, let's go change this point. It's a let's go first. The power don't go.
All right, I'm afraid we lost that caller there. 079994993, 079994993. Logo line again. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Momodu Kroma from Congo Ata.
Momodu, go ahead. Stay within 1 minute.
Thank you very much. I think we will talk about the bus system from Pakaba in time onto Pakuruma onto this current time. Honestly, my brother, like me, I do something about engineering. It's still doing Pakaba in time. I've been Benz engine them. Remember the bus the way Gaddafi be sent. When they say Gaddafi good, then green bus them. They've been very much good. But we lack maintenance culture in this country because we lack maintenance culture, and that make unable for sustain them motor car then day. My brother, make no mistake. When we lack we institutions and they're not strong, quote unquote, because we don't get strong institutions, and that make unable for sustain and maintenance. Can you imagine government vehicle by right now government garage for go maintenance them? You find out say like SLRTC, my brother. If you find out say like that, all no motor car, they no say then Tata Benz, they still what private people in Mimba, they still sustain them. You know that over how many years? Then Tata Boss, they still and some of them motor car then they because of the maintenance them. but very much sad today. If you go now the government institution, then you take and say this na government property, then they use it, then they take care of them. Very much sad. My brother, it's like we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to strengthen back institutions. Let them boss then they from Pakaba in time onto Pakoroma in time onto this present time. People are not for the supply and get for transportation. But look, the massive suffering for transportation. Kind of road transport when they don't try for change show, they don't try for scrap and now so bus museum they did. So Motokane they are minor problem because of government this or whatever. Or sometimes a patrol cost maybe 10,000, then go say 150,000, which is very much wrong. All the things that there must be a proper monitoring system. And I tell you, the Motokane now they come, like some of them bus are now where they show now, they're Asok Leland, and then Chinese so they call they India made or so. You know you're able for sustain again German made. So however, the spare part back is not so available like the other Motokade. And that's for the endeavor for the buy spare part so that they were able for sustain the Motokade. But the spare part they buy then they say come back, sell and back on the side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time. And 079994993, the number for be part of the Epic Morning Show. And when you call, you please stay with him 1 minute. We'll take 2 more calls and try for wrap up. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Malika, congrats for
Malika, go ahead.
Ivan, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Yes, well, this last caller makes a lot of sense. Of course, he's saying Nigeria, no wonder. And the man I see you, he say a lot of sense. That they all outside beg for differ. Now outside they talk about qualified engineers. And because of the varieties of the buses and where they come, will not get the engineer. First of all, any motor car will come on a factory where they can get booklet. And for repair, you just need for pull and push. So we get engineers who are experts to that effect. You know, the other problem where we get is a lack of maintenance. If you say that, I will 100% agree. Because from the time where Pakaba and Escoma and this present government will get all them both the way they talk about they still in shore. You know, the other thing like when a man they talk about spare parts, like when they say for go buy spare parts, the amount of money where they call, you know, the government go for pull that kind of money they we're not saying at the cost. Stand a corruption. And that one again added to all the other problems they make with the get them problem here, you know. So I agree to my man to some extent. But not because of the varieties of buses, them where they come and the engineer they're not going able to do their work in day. I beg for differ. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Malika, for your time for being here, part of the show this morning. And let's see if we can squeeze in one last call, and then we try for wrap up. Last lucky caller. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, Pamusa.
Good morning, sir. Pamusa, the corner Basak.
Go ahead, Pamusa.
And the problem in this of them buses there, I know they tell you lie. Them buses there from Pakaba in time to and to this current government. If it had been private buses, I swear to me God, them buses then they even Pakaba in buses there, to now them for don't they. But because of the government buses, all man can use like I in once. The day of the hand is not to get for spend there now. So now the cost this then I want to ask. The scrap bus them from Pakaba in time to Anes if it then they all if it then they complete or then case I will say them be pack them. The making 2, the 14 districts, government bus, then they for that when they run and then districts then they if we not tell God thank you, then we tell thank you to this man. We get them buses there where them call promotion. This man they try. Last week I go Faduku, I know what this man they go and do, take all it. Let God bless them for we. If you not to be that, believe me, transport business, you want come out here for go up country, it's for difficult for we. Believe me. Right. The buses, then they deploy one there, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Pamusa. And Kaitibi, you go listen to it to the callers and don't say. So give you 2 minutes to make you respond to probably reply to it in the callers and don't say sorry.
Okay. Like what we say the buses they not reach Waterloo. They all records say Waterloo they born 2 buses belonging to government.
Okay, is it
serve the people of this country?
Okay.
If not for any other thing, but for the poor one, they will not get motor car within the street for try for just born like that. Then that up when not to say the car whatever you say at the center and the back, the risk very high.
Okay.
So people then get for taking time. Then we talk about government because now government bosses and people didn't take care. Now this all government don't see, the ministry don't see. Because now with this government not a good business person. So you want to privatize some of these functions, right? Let the private people then take over. Because you can remember when them bosses have been there, na corporation. Like we the government in power, you get occasion and you can go take them out to the papa sometimes 4, 5, 6 full of fear, then go and come at 0 cents, 0 cost. You understand? Eh? So if you maintain, if you do that continuously, it break down that business. You understand? Eh? Because there should be a distinction between the business and the individual. You get the business. But if you're not able to draw that line, like how the previous governments they don't do, then absolutely they collapse that business. That's again a big factor where it means most of them bosses and they not can last. Of course, as they talk about and spare part, of course, substandard spare part, obvious, that is true. Again, fuel. Most of the engines that we didn't come now, box now Euro 5. The fuel we for use now lead free fuel. But we're interested for no say most of the fuel we sell in this country have fuel that we didn't get lead, and that they react against the elements within inside the injector pump.
Okay, so now that then you're able to respond, sir.
I think because most of the one then I don't say anything we
interestingly before we round up, I feel like as I said, no plenty things already happen. And you talk about this fuel, we're yet still waiting on SLRSSF to do for me to find out say we able is the kind of fuel self where they can and the country. We know say you don't get a direct link to that, but it has to do with collaboration. I mean bringing people together for see how we can able manage the situation. I mean, and for me, from which you don't say, it seems as if when I get the idea about an act, you don't agree with me on that side. When I know the problem is there, but now they act towards the problem then. How for now they act towards the problem, how for solve the problems, how for bringing team or people there, I mean working, I mean collaboration and see how, because everything we're talking about is like collaboration. I mean having different partners for come. You don't identify a lot of issues there where I feel like if those message them or them message that you don't see or them things that you don't see reach the rightful people or the right people then per se, I mean things for them better. But it seems as if when I get the ideas but when I push through.
We can make your own effort, but it can reach some more than the had to go through.
Yeah, to go through.
Yeah, because some people don't get some then your interest. So until you get the people that wouldn't get the positive idea on the major side for turn the country around is very, very difficult. We have good people that within the country we didn't get the good vision for turn things around within the country. But if we put them on scales, the one that we then just care about self the art way. So even the policy makers and those who wouldn't try to put structures in place, they must find the own way. You don't necessarily missing the one within the higher position. The most difficult one and the one we didn't do.
Okay, somebody quickly asked who's the boss there did now the one day we need to see probably the one for ask I know say that there for the minister of can go answer that question and if one forgets 220 balls if they're still available or some they don't sell them as IBC, but I mean it's really tough.
That will be on me.
Thank you so very much. Thank you, beautiful, and of course for your time for being part of the Epic Morning Show. It has been a beautiful conversation this morning. Thank you so much, and also thanks to our beautiful callers. Well, always appreciate you now, and to our viewers as well on Slick Television. Thank you, and of our Facebook Live page. Thank you so very much. And Epic Sport and Entertainment lined up for you guys, and Mario and George is all set for the second segment of the Epic Morning Show. My name is Ivan Juliusly. I will talk to you again next Monday. You will join Usman Mara for the international review tomorrow. And till then, my name is Ivan Juliusly. Bye bye, and I love you all.
Another one again, yeah. Busy on deck.
A real man from the Magic Sound Killer.
Give me reason why I fall the stress. And let God do the rest. Me only competition now myself. So nobody go kill me happiness. On and on, I go to chill and have some fun. Cause where you die out in dawn. So live your life and have some fun.
betting experience? Register with 1xBet today and enjoy 200% bonus on your first deposit to 2,300 new leons. Yes, double your money right from the start. Go inside 1x game for fine casino games, card game, and boku other thing them. All the 1 year design for make you enjoy and win big. Or you can bet on sports events them like football, basketball, tennis, and boku other one them with live updates and competition odds for get to the game. It's easy for start. Register by phone or complete your registration with valid ID card, but not forget for screenshot your account for use them later. Deposit and withdraw you winning with Colat. We use Orange Money, Afri Money, 1xBet Cash, Mastercard or Visa card. 1xBet are the official sponsor for La Liga, Serie A, League One, and the Confederation of African Football. So no now say you done a good hand. Join 1xBet today and join the winning journey. But remember, say you need for bet responsibly.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now, number 2123 Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, AirSL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport. With ticket price, them we go fit you pockets. Book today. Now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone. Our flag, our future.
Hello, good morning and welcome to the 4th edition of Sport Update inside Epic Morning Show for this week. And me make it reach you, my name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Sawyer. Well, inside Sport Update this morning, former Bow Rangers Central Parade player when a Beto don't join Star Sports Academy. Beto Conte don't put pen to paper for Star Sports Academy in the second round of the ongoing Sierra Leone Premier League, and Star Sport they look for boosted and team ahead of the new season. Well, a very philanthropic move. Of course, Ivorian Silas and the Say No to Drugs campaign team been boosted the Sierra Leone Basketball Federation with 10 basketball and 3 individual trophies. That's a remarkable one indeed from Ivorian Silas, where in the humanitarian gesture to the Sierra Leone Basketball Federation, and it's something that he has been doing. So the Ivorian Silas and Say No to Drugs campaign team be make that donation. Wife do the donation on behalf of his husband, where he currently not the country. Well, Ali Conte been score an hat-trick as in team when Monjalen been come out back from 1 goal down for defeat Stroman in by 3 goals to 1 inside the Norway NM Cup. Ali Conte in Zone Z scored 3 goals in that particular match. Well, this is like a news of relief for Manchester United fans, as the 2 Williams brothers will not be available. Nico and Naki Williams will both miss the Manchester United versus Athletic Bilbao match tonight in the second leg of the UEFA Europa League. Manchester win the first leg by 3-0, and tonight will be the second leg. Port Authority Football Club will unveil the new kit ahead of the second round of the Sierra Leone Premier League. It's fantastic kit we see there yesterday. And cross-section of the Bantam Football Club players and technical staff them being go now at the beach for training prior to the preparation of the team ahead of the resumption of the 2024-2025 Sierra Leone Premier League. And finally, heartbreak again for Arsenal fan. Well, Paris Saint-Germain don't eliminate Arsenal, and Paris on fly to the final of the 2025 UEFA Champions League. So better luck next time to Arsenal, and congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain. We see 2 good goals, one from Fabian Ruiz
and the second one in the 72nd minute from Akraf Hakimi. Bukayo Saka pulled one back in the 76th minute, but it not be enough as Paris win 3-1 on aggregate. Now all this will get inside with sport update basket this morning, and we make it reach you. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutu Sawyer. Continue for listening to the program and bye bye.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the 4th edition of the Entertainment Updates here on the Epic Morning Show with me, Big Daddy. Inside news this morning, Sierra Leonean female musician Rose Sokota has achieved 4 million total views on her official YouTube channel, which makes her the very first female artist from Sierra Leone, for achieve this particular one. Congratulations to you, Sokota. And also in other news, new school musician Kido don't they about for release one of the biggest dancehall song we entitled Broke It. A feature Rapchi Ima, newly signed artist to the Black Leo side. And also Sierra Leonean musician Zoa, a new song winner Alila B don't hit 10,000 plays already just few days after the release of the song. Sierra Leonean musician Mark Moody, aka the Baba for Salone, set for dropping latest song. This song will drop May 10th on all middle platform. Damu, than are the title of the song. So let's watch out for Mark Moody. In other news, ABZ, Mr. Talk and Do, of course, don't release another song. And this time around, Winner, now the title of the song, is out now on all the middle platform. Congratulations to Entertainment Ambassador King Caldinero as the wife, of course, don't give back to a bouncy baby girl yesterday, and the family don't welcome another girl added to, the Toure family. So big congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Toure for this particular one. And finally this morning, for immediate release, so Crack Twiz Lamina, of course, don't unveiled the Republican. Yes, so this is a powerful track collaboration masterpiece. Of course, Freetown Sierra Leone Wednesday yesterday finally they don't unveil, and I must tell you, this now one of the biggest EP where therefore be the talk of the town. Well, of course, I bring you the teaser of what's coming, and of course, as you know, Crack Twiz and the boys are not playing. This now I'll get for you here this morning with me, Big Daddy. Let's enjoy.
I dey persist, me not again where the car when on the seas. I dey persist. If not your money, excuse me please. I dey persist. Man and get the all of the hand or the assist. I dey persist. But I believe myself, let us see now me trust. I dey persist.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now, number 2123 Siaka Stephen Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, AirSL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport. With ticket price, them we go fit you pockets. Book today. Now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone, our flag, our future.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this riot in this town. The headline it got, you'll swear the whole island was burning down. But I had to laugh when a visitor turned and said, What the fuss about? This happens in New York every day. You know our sportsmen are rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. All the lovely buildings which shows our progress. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But a little shanty town and a woman in a ragged dress. Bet your life it making headline in the foreign press. True, true. True, true.
Arnold Schwarzenegger once said, strength, no they come out from winning. You struggle to develop your strength, and when you go through hardship and decide not for surrender, that's strength itself. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Slick TV, Channel 37, Choice FM, Radio Garden, and Surf on Facebook. Limited. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers they inside the show this morning. And like all time for discuss these issues, I get inside the studio James Kamaramane will go join me and for discuss the issues we make mention of plus the review of the various papers where we get now desk this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, listeners. Good morning, viewers.
I also get Mohamed Bakar Kamara. Good morning.
Good morning, Marion. Good morning, listeners.
Okay, without wasting any more time, we'll look at the issues where the newspaper them reports this morning. And for that, my first take now the Standard Times newspaper. A big banner headline reads 2025 WASC saga. Parliament summon education minister. You see the photo of the Minister for Education on the front page, Conrad Saki. And also, you get another story where say 619,000 new loans alleged fraud and forgery. Bloombank staff and student in court. All of the stories plus other story they are the Standard Times newspaper publication this morning.
With me, I get the Concord Times newspaper. The first lead story say Concord Times journalists dominate and large national media award. We see the two awardees them now the front page of the newspaper. The other story I get is a human development slows to historic low. We got another story. Say Jagaban electrifies Brookfield's community. It say job cut at Koindu Limited threatens thousands of livelihood. We get the final story in the Concord Times newspaper. I say Attorney General engages puts local residents on constitutional reform. All the stories you can find at the Concord Times newspaper.
Away from Concord Times, I take the Satellite newspaper. A very big banner headline reads, following dismissal of over 1,000 workers, government assures affected parties stroke stakeholders. And also in partnership with Leon Rock Metal Group, China's 26th medical team brings life-saving healthcare to Pepel. And finally, SLPHA unveils New Jersey for 2024-2025 Premier League season. All of the stories and more you will get now the Satellite newspaper this morning.
And my final pick now the Awoko newspaper. The main story is say Supreme Court orders fresh hearing in Ekubolaje Nickel manslaughter case. Get the other story is say South-South cooperation transcends border, drives shared growth. The other story in the Alco newspaper say EU launches 3.5 million euro initiative to boost local governance in Sierra Leone. The other story say education minister faces parliament today over WAEC 2025 criticism. The final story in the Alco newspaper say Solidad unveils 2025 palm oil barometer, urges fairer trade for West Africa's smallholder farmers. These all the stories you can find at the Awoko newspaper.
Away from that, I take my final paper this morning when at the Global Times newspaper. Top story, Sierra Leone Embassy in France opens. And also former Chief Electoral Commissioner appears in court. School feeding program, no pay for local contractors. And also Tourism Ministry prepares for UN Tourism Forum. All of the stories and more you get on the front page of the Global Times
newspaper publication this morning. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and right here we will discuss a range of issues making the news this morning. And before we go into, deep into the issues we make mention of, there is an eye-catching story on the front page of the Global Times newspaper, Mane, talking about no pay for local contractors regarding the school feeding program. I'll go through a line of the article. We say a senior official in the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education yesterday confirmed that the school feeding program is facing huge challenges because the Ministry of Finance has not paid a single cent to local contractors for the past 6 months. And he also says a spokesman for the Ministry of Finance admitted last night the huge backlog of payment owed to local contractors. He said they have huge challenges in addressing some of these pressing matters, but they are doing their best to address the issues. For 6 months, contractors have not been receiving their payments regarding the school feeding program, and this is a serious setback. And a few days ago, we talked about the school feeding project and know how the project done they go, the successes, the challenges, more especially the challenges, because a lot of people not even believe against the school feeding program they exist anymore.
Yeah, that's the feelings of most people. Even myself, they wonder whether the school feeding program still go on. But anytime you get projects, you must get successes, you must get challenges. These are one part of many challenges that we have guests say they don't face. For their people there, where they work for a flagship program of the president, and the president through the government for let and they without salary for 6 months. That is serious setback, and also even go hinder the progress of education, because this is one aspect where the government of President BOC say it may be very important for make the initiate bring in full feeding programs for help. The school picking them, especially in the deprived communities.
Yeah.
Even it happen at Freetown, but not to that, too rampant. They can't wait the school feeding program day. Do not for the entire Sierra Leone. So for those now within the deprived communities, and then now they get them, and the contractors they don't put down their tools because of they not get money from the Ministry of Finance. It's a serious problem. So I hope that the ones that are very responsible come in and see how they can solve this issue as fast as possible. But for say 6 months, you don't sit down for a whole government program, and it don't lapse for about 6 months. It's a serious problem. I think government need for step in seriously.
And the Ministry of Finance for kind of prioritize areas them way than they pour money. We all know say the country they go through economic hardship or so. Yeah. But looking at such programs, or you setting the priorities straight. Instead of putting money to some projects and we perhaps go see yielding a fruit for the next 5-6 years, better put them aside, able for see fulfillment at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I'll tell you line. It need for prioritize things them and areas that we feel say this a flagship program of the government should be a priority for the Ministry of Finance and every government sector. If they prioritize education is one of the things we